So Charles, before we start the questions, could you give me your name and title with the organisation, please?
My name is Charles Koluo Oluka, and I'm the project manager.
I want you to relax, okay? You've created this team of ambassadors. What's the idea behind the project?
It is so that they can reach their own age mates. I mean, it has been one of the very difficult groups to reach. My understanding is quite simple. With teenagers, they tend to be quite stubborn in a way. And so listening to their own peers probably is the most appropriate way of passing this kind of information to them.
So you're saying that adults in the health service have failed to get their message across to young people, which is why the HIV rate's going up?
I'm not saying that, but I think it tends to seem that young people listen to their own peers more on average than they would listen to an adult educating them about sex, perhaps because of the fear they have communicating with the older ones, or maybe they find it quite a strange or a tough subject to discuss with an adult. In fact, what I suspect is most of them want to hide their secrets in a way, but when they're talking to their age mates, they can talk the truth.
What kind of young people become ambassadors? Don't they have to be very brave to broach the subject of having sex, even with their peers?
Not necessarily. They only have to have passion on the subject, because I think now the campaign we are doing with the young is reaching the core of the previously very adamant organizations like the church. They didn't want to know about this, but now having this youth on board actually shows that we've gone a long way to reach this unpenetrable group, which the campaigns were not actually, or merely sort of ignored the subject of HIV.
When they raise awareness of HIV amongst young people, what will be their key messages?
Basically, I mean, they have to inform their peers on how HIV is first of all contracted, with the emphasis, of course, on sexual contact more, and also the use of syringes, maybe drug use, and then the rest of the parts of how HIV is contracted actually seem to be diminishing or reduced, like blood transfusion, the screen and the rest. So they have got to be bold. But after that, they have also got to encourage them, the youth, to come forward to test, so that through testing then there are early interventions that can be given, such as ARTs. That is a treatment which is available, and it is proven statistically that it helps those with HIV infection live a much healthier life by 90%.
What do you hope the effect of this will be amongst young people, particularly in the boroughs where your ambassadors are from?
Initially, we will see the figures go up, because then there is too much testing. Maybe finding people then who are positive through our campaign, figures are likely to go up, but also down in the long run, because then people will be aware on how HIV is transmitted.
Thank you.